Now it's time to see who has a heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
To be the man, you got to beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here, I'm the man. Woo!
Welcome to a special edition of Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live on location. Don't go away, Applebee's Tailgate Talk is next. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Real estate real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate real easy. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc Podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Hey, this is Michael Parker, head football coach at Clemens High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Good Saturday morning, everyone, and welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We are live here at the Calhoun, well, at Calhoun, not at the Calhoun. We're at the Keli Gymnasium on the campus of Calhoun.
There we go.
For Family Fun Day. Tom McClung here, Old Time Cat, alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, and I'm gonna get this thing rolling here in just a second, dude. So, like I said, Family Fun Day here from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock on the lawn of the Keli Gymnasium here. We are set up in the lobby. Looking forward to a wonderful show. We're just loaded with Calhoun coaches today.
Yeah, man. All of them, right?
All of them except Dougie Fresh, the fishing coach. Doug, if you're listening, you're not important enough to get on this one. I'm just playing, man.
I had asked Coach Gaskill first, and so, I wanted to get him cleared first. So.
There you go. Hey, just go ahead and just run down the list of coaches here at Calhoun. And before I go, great things are happening here at Calhoun. Mm-hmm. I mean, they had been dormant, it seems like, for so long. Forgotten about. And now everything is exploding here. The cross-country coach, Tiffany Bain, will be joining us. The baseball coach, Cody Gaskill, will be joining us. We'll have the women's coach, Candace Byrd-Vinson.
Legend.
The legend, that's right. And the men's coach, Derrick Powell, will also be joining us. Softball coach, Bart, Stephenson, and she just walked past us. Volleyball coach, Jaimee Freeman. Woo! Go Warhawks. And it's going to be an awesome show, ladies and gentlemen. Look for us on Facebook at Applebee's Tailgate Talk. You aren't over at Boss Man?
Yeah, I've got too many cords.
You got to bring a bigger table. Or that or just set up on that ping pong table over there.
Well, it was here where we're at, and I guess we could have done that.
Oh, that would have been cool, man. That's what we should have. Next time we come back.
See, I was afraid a ping pong game might have.
I know.
I started to say I was afraid a game might break out.
Set up on the ping pong table. Look for us on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, at Applebee's Tailgate Talk, and on Instagram or Twitter at Tailgate Talk AL. Visit us online at Tailgate. You ever watch Blue Bloods?
I have on
Well, see, I'm streaming them online, and to the point where Erin Reagan is now running she's about to run for the DA. So she's running through her lines, blah, 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 blah. And the guy's telling her, slow down. So I said, Tomcat, maybe you should slow down when you're talking on Tailgate Talk.
Well, it's hard to do. We're excited.
It's difficult, man. I'm caffeined up and I'm ready to roll. Visit us online at tailgatetalk.net to get scores and archives of past shows. You can also vote on this week's Athlete of the Week poll.
Well, that won't start for a week or so. Probably next Sunday.
Sunday after football?
Not tomorrow, but yes. That will be our first
poll. Get some sports going.
That's the train, ladies and gentlemen, that's rolling through the tracks here at Calhoun. Now, this guy's smart. He just picked up his Mountain Dew tub and walked through, Oh, where are we? You can also vote on this week's Athlete of the Week poll next week. Enter nominations for future polls, and you can do that, as well as find the links to download the PAS Plus app for your Android or iOS devices. Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, Google, and other popular platforms. Hear us on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus. Call or text us during the show, area code 256-8121-TGT. That's 256-812-1848. Our calling guests come in via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. And the special guest segment is sponsored by Yellow Hammer Roofing. Now, I know we've got AP coming on. Will Josh be joining us? Okay, just AP is going to be our extra.
He's the only phone call we've got.
AP is the only phone call we got, but it will be coming in on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Like I said, we got a wonderful show lined up, ladies and gentlemen. Todd, how have you been this week, dude?
All right, I reckon, man. Our buddy Jay texted me this morning, and we listened to a wrestling show called Busted Open on Sirius XM. And he's like, hey, man, I'm fixing to be on Busted Open. And,
our buddy Jay?
Our buddy Jay.
Tojo?
And it's a national, it's,
get back!
I mean, you're talking about
Tojo rocking and rolling.
Up to millions of people listening to this worldwide. And Mark Henry was hosting this morning along with Denise Salcedo. Mark
Henry, oh, okay.
The world's strongest man.
Okay.
And anyway, Edge wrestled last night on SmackDown, and it could possibly and very likely is his last match. And he'd come back after 9 years. Well, after 9 years, he broke his neck, and he was gone for 9 years.
Oh, okay.
Came back about a year ago. Anyway, he's from Toronto. They're wrestling in Toronto, and he wrestled Sheamus, who we've talked about
Sheamus,
yeah. They had been in WWE for 20 years and never wrestled one another in all those years.
Edge and Sheamus.
Yeah, so they wrestled each other. But anyway, in 2002, me and Jay and another buddy of ours, Chad Boyer, had gone to Nashville to a pay-per-view.
I know Chad Boyer.
You know Chad.
I know Chad.
And
ask him about that Diet Coke issue one time.
No,
I'm just playing.
I probably heard about it. But we went to that pay-per-view in Nashville, and Edge had a big match, and it was a deal with Kurt Angle and cutting his hair and all this. Like I said, 2002, so 21 years ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a really great match, and Jay called in. People were calling in to share their Edge stories. So Jay called in to share his Edge story. So it was he did good.
Awesome. Well, he's a legend here on the Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Wow, now that's a push broom right there. I need one of them for the basement.
Come to the house, girl.
I've got one, but it's about half that wide. You know what I mean? But that's okay. So, is there anything else we need to discuss before we toss it?
I don't know.
Let's toss it to producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert for
Scores and more.
All right, we do have some scores. Had some preseason football going on the last couple of nights. Tanner played Elkmont on Thursday and came out on top 42-22. Last night, the East Limestone Indians succumbed to the Madison Academy Mustangs 48-10. And then, but West Limestone beat Madison County 34-0.
Oh, wow.
So there you go.
Really? Way to go, Coach Davis and the Wildcats.
Yeah. So coming up next week, we'll be live at the new location of the Trash Pandas Emporium.
We on the road again next week?
We're on the road again.
On the road.
What's the date for next week? I mean, what
26th.
date? 26th. Okay.
We would have been, with apologies, to the Elkmont Car Show. We would have been there at the Elkmont Car Show next week, but I thought, we'll change it up this week and maybe escape the wasps and stuff.
I was fixing to say. Was it Todd last year tried to knock one down without knock a nest down or something?
With his visor?
With his visor? I don't know.
But we'll swap it up this year. But they're starting a deal where they'll have different players signing autographs out there every Saturday. So that's going to be their first.
Where is
Saturday
this new Trash Panda Emporium?
I don't know exactly.
Okay, I was fixing to write down the address. Okay.
Have to do some.
We'll do some investigating.
Google it, but we'll be there next week.
Oh, so it's not located anywhere near the stadium or in the stadium.
Not the Emporium.
It used to be in Bridge. The Emporium used to be in Bridge Street, and I think they've moved it maybe over there on the highway that goes parallel
Old 20.
I was under the impression they were expanding their building on the one existing.
That's where it was originally.
Well, it may be. We'll just have to find that out.
It was over there originally, and then they moved to Bridge Street, and then they moved it to. Maybe one of these days they'll get it to where it's there where it's going to be for a while.
Well, they do. They
still have one in the stadium, though, right?
Yeah.
That's nice.
And I may be mistaken, but I was thinking that they
had a different location.
That they had,
Okay, and they may very well do it. I just thought they were building on or expanding or something.
In producer extraordinaire, we trust. He'll figure it out.
That's just kind of the way I understood. Aaron Cheris over there talking. It was going to be at a new
Unfortunately for our fans and listeners, I won't be here next week. I'll be at an autism event, so I'll have to miss out.
I'll miss you,
autograph.
I'll miss
y'all.
And then upcoming, I mentioned this last week, we will have former Alabama players Trey DePriest, Justin Fowler, and Marquise Mays, and Terrence Cody. I could have figured it out that Ron Shedd's been in touch with me. So they've got some autograph signings coming up down south of us. Terrence Cody, I think Trey and Justin and Marquise, they've got signings going on September the 9th. And then Terrence, ironically, will be doing his on the third Saturday in October.
Nice.
I think in Tuscaloosa.
In honor of said field goal attempt block.
I guess so. And then we'll be live at the Ardmore Car Show coming up in September. I think that's about the second or third
People may not realize why we call him producer extraordinaire.
He gets it done, man.
Guess what? He submits media pass requests yearly. And I'm sorry for you Alabama fans. Y'all just get zero, nothing. But this Auburn guy right here has got media passes for every home game.
Wow, good for you.
Georgia and Alabama.
I submitted for both of us on every game.
State.
They gave me the 2 non-conference games, which
he's
I
a
still
rookie.
may not go to.
You got to build your cred up.
Yeah, they were like, here,
Tom Cat. This all you, man. So I get to see.
Good.
And at one time, they allowed you to go down on the field prior to game.
Oh, yeah?
During the warm-ups. And then COVID come and just blew all that up.
Well, maybe
that's what I'm hoping. They'll open back to where you can go back on the field.
So his second Iron Bowl, thanks to me.
Yes, exactly.
And I told him, I said, well, if I knew they were going to do that, I'd have submitted my name for the Iron Bowl. Well, I did. And, you know, I was like, that may be the only chance I get to see the Iron Bowl is go to Auburn.
I know, right? Anybody know anybody down there in the press department at Tuscaloosa? Lean on them. Said producer extraordinaire needs some help.
I don't know. One of the other media guys here a year or so ago was complaining that he was not shown any love from Alabama.
Well, I mean, the request
anyway,
just you know, point. You know, you think they would rotate some of that stuff out. You know, I'm obviously not your bigger names.
You got your guys.
They're in, you know, but for the smaller media sources, you would think they would, you know, or at least draw from a hat. So I don't know.
I don't know,
yeah.
but that's okay. Uncle Tomcat's going to be down there.
Yeah, good for you, brother.
And you just like Bama Zach said, you can't yell when you're in the press box. Yeah. You sit there and you be
though.
Not really. Just sit there and be quiet. So
it's hard for me.
The one time,
cussing them refs, carrying on.
The one time I seen somebody almost get in trouble was the Iron Bowl, and it was when that was the game where. Tank ran out of bounds instead of keeping the clock going. And I was telling Tim a second ago before we got started, I'm like, I'm glad the man run out of bounds, because if Harson's team had beat Alabama that year, he might have got another one of them 20-year contract extensions. Man, we'd still be having to deal with Potato Man.
Well, it seems like those contract extensions a lot of times will backfire. I mean, schools
they'll
get an extension and then they turn around.
And it's amazing how just that, like you said, that one game, right? That one game in a season will save a coach's career, and then they'll throw out that extension. And it's like, what was the alumni, the board thinking? You know, this is one game.
I think it's the athletic director that made that decision with Coach Malzahn on the kick six.
You see it in professional sports and you know, colleges throughout the country.
I'm very excited about this season. I'm looking forward to seeing what brother Hugh has in store for us.
Yeah, it'll be different for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that was Scores and More, brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the first segment here of Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live at the Keli Gymnasium. Gymnasium. Family fun day out here on the lawn from 1 till 5. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, and hear it in crystal clear quality. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Raise your hand if you could use a gig this school year. With fiber fast internet from ATC, your kids can learn from the kitchen table, study with friends online, research homework fast, check grades in a matter of seconds, video chat with their teachers, and so much more. Make sure your kids are ready to go back to school. Don't miss out. Call 800-830-9946 to switch or upgrade today for only $89.90 a month. Introductory pricing for new fiber customers only. ATC is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
Takes a snap. He's rolling to his left. He's looking downfield. He's looking in the end zone. Throws a jump ball. It's complete. Touchdown, Golden Eagles.
Join us this coming season for Athens High School football. Greg Young will bring you all the exciting play-by-play online at WKAC1080.com or on your WKAC Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device by saying Play WKAC WKAC Sports. Listen for the radio replays Saturdays at noon and check out the archives on the WKAC Sports page. Golden Eagle football from 1080 WKAC.
Hello, this is Paul Spivey, former Alabama Crimson Tide running back, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat alongside Todd, the wrestling bod, Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, and the first coach of the day to enter the grueling interview session that is Applebee's Tailgate Talk, Coach Tiffany Bain. And you've brought a couple of runners with you, Coach.
I did. They're going to take some of the pressure off.
Oh, there's no pressure. See, she's been on with us before, but it was on the telephone, not face-to-face with actual, crowd listening. We've got all of our people who listening is actually out there in the gymnasium,
right?
Screaming and yelling and rooting for you and all of this stuff. So who do you have?
It kind of mystifies me, these coaches that are kind of timid about coming on TV, but you can see them on the sidelines and they're just like, everybody hear
yeah. If you would have saw me this morning, I was yelling.
That's when you're in the zone.
Yeah, you got to be heard out.
It's hard to get in the zone on the radio.
That's what used to get me about Coach Justin Taylor from West Limestone.
Oh yeah,
I remember him when he first got out here.
Old school, man.
Old school, buddy. Yeah. And then he gets on the radio, Coach, and sits here and it's just nice and quiet. And very
timid a little.
Not timid. He's very
just quiet.
Right.
Exact in what he's saying. He's really thinking.
You're not fooling anybody, Coach.
You're not. My mother got a photograph of you, dude.
So guys,
back to this.
Go ahead and state your names.
My name's Canaan Stough.
Canaan?
Carson Godwin.
Carson and Canaan. I like that name, Canaan. That's cool.
That's cool. It's like the land of.
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Stough.
Stough, S-T-I-O-E?
S-T-O-U-G-H.
Oh, Stough.
Wow.
That's what I thought you said.
And that's where my mama got my name from. So.
Okay.
Really? Cool. And what was your name again, brother?
Carson Godwin.
Carson Godwin. I can spell that one.
So my first question out of the gate is, are y'all crazy? Why cross country? I'm telling you. My basketball coach made me run it one year because they were shorthanded, and I hated his guts. Hated his guts. Y'all are...
My basketball coach,
nuts.
It started off with just making us run it in 7th grade just to stay in shape. And
which one that would do, yeah.
I figured out I was good at it, so I just kept
That's
going.
awesome.
Well, that makes the difference if you enjoy it. Hey, look at them legs. His legs is shorter.
I'm not cross country built.
It's Carson's, just.
Yeah.
Well, runners are a special breed, that's for sure.
That is true.
We are.
Y'all are.
Like we're like a unity together. So you have to be a special.
I mean, what's cool about cross country? It's kind of like tennis or golf or something. You can have that team aspect, which you do, but it's individual.
That's right.
And you can only make yourself, will yourself to do better and run faster and harder. And so, speaking of the team aspect of it, Coach, maybe you should answer this.
Okay.
Obviously as a team, you want the whole team to advance in points and all that, whatever. Do you have you just say, guys, go out there and girls run, just run, or do you have like a strategy to it?
There's a strategy.
Okay.
So you sound like my husband because he's like, well, what do you got to do to coach? You just tell him to get out there and run.
Well, I know there's more to it than that.
Yeah, so there's a strategy. So you have to have speed work involved, threshold run. So you have to train their body to run hard. And so I give them workouts that mimic that. That's going to mimic the race and mimic their brain, mimic their legs to get out there and run hard. So they have 3 hard days, and then they have 3 days where they just get easy mileage to recover their legs. And so and they're racing against each other.
Well, so all right, so like you get to a meet, whatever race. Do you have it set up like we're saying, all right, Carson, I want you to take the lead. I want you to set the pace, for lack of a better word. No, of that kind of.
No, because they really have to learn to pace themselves. Because if I tell him to do that, he's going to die out before he gets to mile.
Well, and I guess that was my thing. And I hate to say, like, you're sacrificing one of the runners for the betterment of the team, but I guess that's what I was asking. Like, do you have somebody set that high pace, hoping other teams will be like, I cannot do this, and they drop back, where some of your stronger runners may.
The stronger, they just go. And we compete against larger universities, so we're running against UNAs and Jack State and things like that. So there's some competition there. And so that's just pushing my stronger ones to try to chase after them. And so they're chasing that person in front of them is really what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
without dying out. So that's what I have. Canaan's the worst about going out too fast and then dying out. So I'm trying to teach him to pace himself, but so he don't die out before he gets.
You know, they marched around Jericho for 7 days. You've only got to run 5 miles.
only 5
yeah,
miles.
only 5 miles. Uphills, downhills, sideways.
Yeah.
Right. So, talking about that, so I know when I'm driving, especially on the interstate, I see a car about a mile up the road. I'm like, I'm passing that sucker. Do y'all do that when y'all are on the track? Do y'all see that guy ahead of you and go, I'm getting him?
I'll look at the guy and I'll just watch the back of their head. Yeah. And I try to just keep that pace with them, and then I'll pick it up little by little, trying to pick off one at a time. Okay. And there's not like a specific person I want to pick off. It's just that person in front of me, and I'll pass them, find another one, pass them, find another one.
See, back when I used to dirt track race, I mean, you'd see that guy and you'd catch him. Yeah. Well, catching him one thing, getting around him is another. Yeah.
And
there's more than once.
Maintaining it,
you're right. Once you're past,
once you pass, it's not a problem. It's getting around them because they usually
when you're on a bike, that's one thing though. When you're on your legs,
No, I'm talking about cars.
Yeah.
You have to bump them sometimes. Y'all don't have to do that. Like somebody's running wide and blocking the way and just forearms shiver. No tripping, nothing like that.
Only one of you can get in between those trees.
Now that
kind of like Luke Skywalker on the speed.
Now that does happen. You'll come up with some skint shoulders because 2 people were trying to get through those trees and somebody cut it too short. So ultimately, an ideal run is that your runners run the same pace every single mile, or at least they're getting negative splits where they're cutting time off each mile versus adding seconds on.
That's hard to do, isn't it, guys? Especially if you're like Canaan, where you just
start out. Yeah.
So do y'all come out of high school running the 5 mile or the 8K you're talking about?
No, high school's
still the 3.
Yeah. Okay. So high school's the 5K, and then when they get to the collegiate level, the guys bump up to the 8K.
How difficult the transition was that?
I mean, my high school coach, we did a lot of 5 mile times, so he got us really prepared for that.
Oh, okay, great. Good for him.
Not you, not us.
My coach, no disrespect to him, but he didn't really know much about cross country. So it was kind of a
needed a guy
setting.
They needed a guy for that sport. So
I start to say that's kind of the way
that happens a lot in
smaller schools,
particular sports.
Schools.
Yeah,
and that's your coaches that say just go run.
Right.
Just go run.
Yeah. I mean, at least Google it, dude.
That's how it was. He just said go run.
I got a great piece of land that'd be good for it, except there's too many potholes in it. You can't jump a creek or nothing like that.
So. What is y'all's home course or track, or I don't know what it's called?
So we train various areas around here. So we'll use the reserve that's right up here off 565 because it goes along the river and it goes for miles and miles. We run at Point Mallard. We run at Delano. Is that the Delano Park? Right?
Yeah.
We run there. Now our home course. So we are the only community college in our region that hosts a 5K. That host a cross country meet. So
y'all run on the airport?
No, we actually run at Oakville. So that's considered our home course. So we hosted last year. This will be the second year we host. But in that, Alabama has the largest conference for cross country than any other state in the nation.
Wow.
We're going to have 12 community college schools competing against one another. And so when I first started, when y'all first interviewed, I was the 3rd school community college to come on.
12.
Then last year we had 8, and now we're up to 12. So just about
Sweet.
A lot of competition, guys.
Is. Mm-hmm.
And Oakville's a real spectator-friendly course too, because they have the state meet there for high school, and so my kids ran there several years. And do you ever run over there at UAH?
So we're going to practice there because actually our conference championship is there this year, and the nationals.
Where they run through the creek?
John Hunt. We'll be at John Hunt.
Okay, because I'm thinking that there's another course that the high school will run that the kids always like because they got to run through a creek.
The old Randolph one?
Yeah, Randolph. Yeah,
that's my first ever 5K.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
So whenever y'all go on the road, how difficult is it? I mean, do y'all have the opportunity to see the course at all before y'all get to run it?
We usually get like a map
I would stink at that. I can't look at maps and tell them.
Well, they'll warm up too. We'll get there early enough.
So you get a chance to at least walk it or jog it.
A little bit. Maybe not the whole course, but they get a.
So you got a sense of it then. Yeah. Like no surprises as you're topping the hills. You go straight down and you don't know it or something. Okay.
That's the best part, though.
I'm sure. Absolutely.
So how'd y'all do this morning?
We did pretty good. We could have done a lot better than we did, but all in all, I think we did pretty good.
We saw where we have 2 weeks before our first meet, so we actually know what we need to work on now. It was a good little trial run to see where everybody is, so that I know what to do over the next 2 weeks to get us where we need to be. So, yeah.
How many races do y'all have on the schedule this year?
So we have 6 regular season meets, and then we have the conference championship and nationals. And since nationals is in Huntsville, we'll be running nationals. Okay. But I think that I'm really confident that we have both teams are good this year, and so we're going to be pretty competitive in the conference.
Did we ask you how many runners you got?
So I have 7 on the women's team, and then I have 11 on the men's team.
So y'all got a lot of competition just amongst yourselves then,
7
guys.
11.
It helps having a lot of competition.
Oh, I'm sure. Heck yeah, it only makes you better, without a doubt. Yeah, you can kind of keep each other responsible and accountable for improving,
Mm-hmm.
So,
how many men did you say?
7.
7. How many women?
No, 11 men.
11 men. Okay.
7 women. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. 7 come 11.
So what is not your favorite thing about it? But like, why do y'all enjoy it? Like, what made you think, man, this is for me?
It just gave me peace of mind.
Yeah.
Like, I started 7th grade. Coach Johnson, my high school coach, he just came up to me. He was like, "Bud, you want to run cross country?" I was like, "What's that?" He's like, "You run." I was like, "I run?" And he's like, I said, "Where am I going?" He's like, "Well,
in a circle."
Just in a circle. Sometimes whenever you go on track, sometimes you go to the mini park.
Did y'all ever do golf courses? Run golf
John
courses?
Hunt's one, and then there's another one over there in Florence. But he just came up. I said, "Sure," and it just brought peace to me and made high school easier. I feel like
that's great, man. Running can be peaceful. Yeah.
That's the way my high school coach did me, and it was the first time they had ever. I was like in 9th grade, so I went to Athens Bible School, and I don't think they had ever had cross country before, but he got a chance to do that, and so he pulls me out of class and says, "Hey, you want to run cross country?" And I'm thinking running through fields and jumping over fences and logs and everything.
Cross country,
But mostly I'm thinking I'm getting out of class. So,
this is the state record holder in 1A for high jump, by the way. Y'all are speaking to. So yeah. We'll brag on him a little bit.
But we got stuck.
I guess I was good at cross country, but I wasn't crazy about running it, So.
He wanted to get to the jumping part.
Well, I tried it in high school in my 9th grade year, and I hated it. And so I didn't do it, and I didn't run cross country in high school. So I started my running career as an adult, and so got into it, and same reason, it was like just to clear my head. It was stress relief, and so going from high school hating it to that being my punishment in my sport to running marathons, half marathons, and it's something that I can't live without.
Awesome.
It's crazy,
Cool.
and so
normally we get this out of the way at first, but where are you from, Coach?
where
did you go to high school and stuff like that?
I graduated from Lawrence County.
Okay.
Then I went. I have a PTA background, so I'm a physical therapist assistant by trade. So I also teach the PTA program here at Calhoun.
Nice.
So that's what got me started here. And then in conversation, when they were talking about getting a cross country team, I just jokingly said, "Oh, I think I would like to coach that," And then the next thing I know,
they took you up on it.
Yes, they did.
Well, Coach Keenan's awesome too, and she knows what she's doing. So obviously she knew that she would do a great job, and you are. So,
and I think just my background too, because I have a master's in health studies, and I'm working on my doctorate in exercise and sports science. So there's just some things to that I think is a benefit just to athletics as a whole.
Absolutely,
Absolutely. Yep. Well, thank you so much, Coach and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Tiffany Bain here, cross-country coach at Calhoun, along with Connor Stough and Carson Godwin. Did I get them right, boys?
Canaan Stough.
I told you it was Canaan, Tom. Canaan Stough, Carson Godwin. Have mercy. One of these days, they pay me. They really pay me big bucks to just mess these names up. It's time to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands? Kona Ice of Decatur and Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or a festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens. Your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling? Paint peeling off your walls? Shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed and insured. Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Tune in every Tuesday through Thursday this coming football season for the WKAC Coaches Shows. Join us as we get the scoop from Ardmore, Athens, Clements, East Limestone, Elkmont, James Clemens, Tanner, and West Limestone. The WKAC Coaches Shows on 1080 WKAC.
This is Shelby Davis, West Limestone head football coach, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about that action. I'm all about that action. I'm all about that action. I said I'm all about that action.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. We've got our main man, our Swami of the SEC, AP Steadham on. AP, welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. So glad to be on Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
Hey, buddy. We don't have, since we don't have a lot of time, let's focus on two things this morning.
Yes.
The quarterback battle at Alabama and the one at Auburn, which has been resolved. So give us your thoughts on both, and let's focus on that.
Yeah,
man.
I want to hear what your thoughts are on Lonergan. That's how you say his name, Dylan Lonergan?
Right, Dylan Lonergan, right. Yeah. Let's start with Auburn first. Peyton Thorne came down from Michigan State. He had two years ago led his team to 11-2 record, I believe it was, and last year 5-7. Yep. So you kind of knew that he was going to be the starter because Robbie Ashford, 49% coming off last year. There's no way I would think he'd be the starter, but he's going to be using packages. So I think that was a conclusive projection that Peyton was going to be the starter. So that's ironed out, and Hugh Freeze announced it in advance. He's not being coy with the media or anybody else. There's fans. So, and then at Alabama, Jalen Milroe, he can run with the wind. That was what we always say. That's the expression that I use about him. He's very fast, but turnover prone. So, and by the end of spring practice, they were not satisfied with both quarterbacks, Simpson or Milroe. So they brought in Buckner from Notre Dame. And then Lonergan, the interesting thing about Nick Saban in his press conference discussing quarterbacks, he made that statement about we want the competition all the way through. I thought that was very enlightening.
Yeah.
Meaning that we might start out with one quarterback, two quarterbacks. By the end of the season, it could be somebody completely different. So that gives all his quarterbacks hope, Lonergan included. So that's what I would say about his comments that he made to the media in the quarterback situation. When he folds those arms and he starts talking to you, he's trying to convince you and himself of his decision.
Yeah. I've read a little bit about Lonergan, and they act like he's starting to impress a few people down there. So I've seen some video highlights of him. Of course, it's high school, but man, he looks good. He can move. He's got legs, can run when he has to, and he's got a nice arm. Can throw the ball downfield. That's just high school, so it's hard.
Yeah. I would think I would think it'd be very, very surprised if he trots out to start the season. But down the road, I would not. Considering the quarterback situation in Alabama.
Yeah, it's not looking great, man. A little worrisome.
Well, he needs support like every quarterback does. We've seen these guys from Alabama get in the pros. Some of the receivers on their team are not as good as the ones they had at Alabama, and we've seen the difference. And we've seen the difference year to year. Bryce Young having a star receiver, not having a star receiver. So, quarterback is important. Definitely. That's the position we look at first when we're evaluating a football team. But the supporting cast is a function of the success of a quarterback.
I always liked your thoughts on quarterback, AP, is that, when it comes crunch time, you don't want a quarterback that can run. You want a quarterback that can pass. That's going to get you down the field faster. And we need that skill. I mean, I do. I'm picking my quarterback. Yeah, that's what I like about the difference between Peyton Thorne. Peyton can run. He can't run like Robbie can, but Robbie can't throw like Peyton can. Plus, Coach Freeze has added some receivers that we haven't seen in.
Yes.
My goodness gracious, we've got 3 to 4 6'4", 6'5" receivers, and I'm looking forward to this kid that they got from Ohio State. He didn't get to do much. He was great in high school in Texas, but he didn't get to do much because he was injured his first year.
Right, definite upgrade at the wide receiver position, and Auburn needed that. The offensive line and the perimeter people. So he's accomplished those two tasks right now for Auburn. And we saw a player from Ohio State come down, right? Jameson didn't do much with. He did some things with him, but he didn't have an opportunity. And he was. It was wide open for him, and we saw what happened, 1,500 yards.
Exactly. Tight end this year, Auburn's got should be vastly improved, and my goodness, I read his name every week, and I can't think of his name.
Pronounce it right.
I can't remember it. It's a.
Oh, but I don't recall it myself, but I love the tight end because that's usually the best matchup.
Yes.
If you have somebody that's big and strong and can run, the defensive backs, they're too small, and the linebackers can't stay with them. So you're surprised that everybody doesn't concentrate on getting the best tight end in the country.
Exactly. Right. Because that's made Georgia so good the last couple of years.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, just to look,
everybody remembers Andy Fuller. And Terry Bowden's offenses down there, his years at Auburn, he beat Florida with the tight end 2 years in a row. Anyway.
Oh, I love a tight end. I love the tight end. Yeah.
I do too.
So Alabama's got the transfer from Maryland. I did see him play in person. Tall, about 6'5", 6'6", but he's not spectacular. I don't think athletically, but maybe an upgrade.
That's good. Absolutely good. So what have you got going on?
Yes.
Yeah, we're just getting ready for the season. We had a change in plans where we headed to Charlotte. That was my intention, but we called it audible. We do that in life as in football. Right. We'll be at the LSU Florida State in Orlando.
Nice. Good for you, man.
That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, that's the way to start it out there.
Oh, you better believe it. I was at that game last year. I really enjoyed it because I saw the raw talent of Jaden Daniels, and it looked like he was running around in the backyard that first game. Yeah. And Butte, he didn't even know the game started that night. He was like, he didn't play. We're playing tonight. Really?
I didn't know we were supposed to be out here.
Rivaldo Fairweather is Auburn's transfer tight end. That'll be the one we're looking forward to. Anyways, back to your stuff there.
Yeah, so we'll be at that game, looking forward to it. And of course, I'm really excited about the second week, week 2. They call it week 2. Week 0 is next week, the 26th, and then the second is the first week. Week 2, so I'll be traveling to Berkeley to see Auburn play California for the very first time. I'm really excited to make that trip, and we're going to have some special videos every week. When I'm at a game, we're going to do some videos on our Facebook, pre-game, post-game, that type of thing. So really looking forward. I got the Florida State radio person on this week to discuss that Florida State LSU game. So last week we had the voice of LSU, Chris Blair, and the voice of Tennessee, Bob Kessling. Those were our 2 guests on AP and Keli as we see it.
Nice.
Yeah. We'll have to go back and
I remember last time we got to talking about Bob Kessling, I insulted radio people, and I didn't mean to, because wasn't Bob Kessling on that JP Sports network before he went to Tennessee on television?
Well, he was on there, that network, as far as I recall. Yeah, Bob's really good broadcaster. He's always friendly, and those two broadcasters, they're forthright, both of them. Good broadcasters. I enjoy the conversations always with them.
That's great. Well, before we have to go, do you have any more Auburn press box media credentials you're going to be going to this year?
I'll have to look in my black magic bag, but
all right,
like the Wizard of Oz. Yeah,
that's the book next to these girls.
Is that it? Oh, okay, gotcha.
Women's numbers.
That's good. All right.
Yeah, I'll be at a couple Auburn games: Auburn, Ole Miss, Auburn, LSU, Auburn, California, and the Iron Bowl, and we'll see if we might make another one or so. But yeah, I'm covering Auburn quite a bit.
That's great. I'll probably I'll see you on the road, hopefully, in one of those home games.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, AP, thanks for joining us this week. We got to go, buddy. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay. Good luck with all your quarterbacks.
Hey, thank you. You too, man.
Thank you now. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, our Swami of the SEC, AP Steadham. It's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talking to KAC, the Big 1080.
AP Steadham, Heisman Trophy voter, Maxwell Award voter, and Biletnikoff Award voter can be heard weekly on the AP and Keli As We See It podcast on Anchor and Spotify. He can also be found on Facebook and Twitter. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this. While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience. experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy.
Shotgun formation, 2 backs in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to the second man through. Touchdown!
Join us this upcoming season for Limestone County football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the Play Action Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports. Listen for the replay of select games Sunday afternoons on WKAC and download each game from the archives anytime you want. Also available on all major podcast platforms and in the podcast section of the Play Action Sports app. Limestone County football from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is former Auburn defensive end Ladarius Owens, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And it's active this morning. We've got the big family fun day out here on the lawn of the Keli Gymnasium at Calhoun. And that's where we are live. And we've got joining us the baseball coach here at Calhoun Warhawks, Coach Cody Gaskill. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Oh, thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
So, looked up a few things last year. Struggled a little bit.
He's a good stalker, by the way.
Yeah, if you ever need anybody ran down, just holler at me. But so 8-32. Does that sound about right?
12 and something.
I took it off the ACCC webpage.
Yeah, I got you.
But top 3 in home runs, doubles, triples for in the conference, I think. But then 8.44 ERA.
It was rough.
Ain't gonna get you too many.
It was rough.
I don't care how many extra base hits you got if you're giving up that.
We ended this. We played our last 20 ball games with 6 healthy pitchers.
Oh wow, can't do that, can you?
We were talking last year, just piecing together rosters since COVID's been.
Yeah.
We're still feeling the backlash of that because junior college got 2 extra years. So we had a full recruiting class offensively last year, and like you said, we put up some good numbers offensively. We didn't have the bodies on the mound, and for the first time since I've been here, we now have 21 pitchers on roster.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah. So that's going to make a huge difference.
Oh, man.
I noticed that you had a couple kids, at least last year, and I think they were both freshmen from the Bronx.
Yep.
Dude,
we do.
How did you run across those guys?
This year we have the same 2 back, and then we have one from Boston, one from New Jersey, and another one from the Bronx.
I saw some kids from Virginia, Florida, Tennessee.
Okay, hang on a second.
That's awesome.
You've got pitcher from Boston and pitchers from New York. Now, how do you keep them from fighting in the dugout?
I just let them know
they just don't talk pro ball.
Yeah, we don't talk about it. It's had some good arguments.
Yeah, that's almost like Alabama and Auburn, and then throw Tennessee in there.
You go
for a good measure.
You go.
We have all kind of fun.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought that Calhoun had done away with their on-site dorms, for lack of a better word. Y'all still have cabanas or dorms?
No,
or anything?
we do not.
I didn't think so.
There's actually it's supposed to be completed this spring. They're building dorms downtown Decatur, crossing the Brick. From what I understand, it's a partnership with Athens State. It's more for the art department, the ACA, and we feel like we'll get some beds out of that, and then just with us adding sports, and now we have almost. We're pushing 200 athletes now, there's talks about finally getting some on-campus dorms down the road.
Well,
but it's
back before you were born, there was on-site.
Oh, I've heard all about the cabanas now.
I played tennis. Our cabanas are right outside the gym here, and then softball, baseball, basketball are on the far end by where the airport is and the cafeteria at the time.
That's I've heard some cabana stories that you feel like if you talk about them again, you might lose an arm or something.
You could lose a lot of stuff. That ping pong table right here is famous. It's been there 50 years. I've had a lot of good memories. I was telling them guys before air, but
did you engrave your initials in it or something? Or?
No, I was more of I say I was more of a rule follower. Obviously, I was in here at 2 o'clock in the morning with a buddy of mine who had a master key, so I wasn't following too many rules.
Yeah. There you go.
But
we'd
have basketball games. We'd go down there and get the baseball and basketball team, and we'd be out here hooping on a Saturday night at 1 o'clock in the morning.
That ping pong table, it gets pretty intense
I'm
over
sure
there.
It does. It did back in the day, but it'd be really nice to be able to have that because for those, I don't know, for those maybe not ever played, it brings the team closer together.
doubt.
Man, when you live together, when you're working
doubt.
together, going to class together, I don't know.
Especially when you're talking about, you're talking about the largest junior college in the state by far.
Yeah.
Pushing 200 athletes, and that's why there talks about on-campus dorms and maybe adding a student center with a lounge and a grill and stuff like that.
Sweet, yeah.
We've got the right people on board.
Y'all have the acreage even out here for that anymore?
Well,
it's grown
maybe
so
some buildings moving elsewhere.
Gotcha.
So we've got some administration that are really pushing to upgrade a little bit. I mean, a lot of it you can't see sitting here, but they just got done with a major renovation in here, new HVAC and updated and added locker rooms and umpire changing rooms.
I mean, the gym itself has got to be one of the best in the conference by far. I mean, I was thinking the whole
kudos
side.
to Coach Keenum, because she's done a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, going back to coming off last year's stuff, obviously, you're coming into a new season, 21 pitchers, which is going to huge a lot. What about hitters? You got a lot of your good hitters back?
Yeah, we shouldn't drop off offensively at all.
Okay, that'd be great then.
We're able to return some of our better bats and able to bring in some late transfers. Just picked up one 2 weeks ago, transfer shortstop from Ole Miss, and we're
nice.
I think offensively we've got a chance to be really good.
Ole Miss is not just a college program. I mean, they have got a college national championship.
Yeah. He's a good player. We got a bunch of really good players offensively. We're deep at every position, and I think brought in 6 shortstops, so we've got athletes that we can put anywhere. I like us offensively, like us defensively, and just being able, when we go to the bullpen, to know it's an actual pitcher is going to be a breath of fresh air.
All right, so you've got 6 shortstops, obviously. You only have one shortstop position. What usually position other than shortstop, when these guys come in, do they really play really well?
All of them, every one of them is going to play every infield position this fall.
Okay.
So our practice, they're going to work at every position, and maybe even throw a couple in a corner outfield spot. I think center field, left field, we've got 2 outfielders that are. We've got one returner, Nick Rigdon from Gardendale. He started out the year 6 for 6 last year as a freshman, broke his leg sliding in the second year.
Wow,
So
I put a damper on that quick.
Yeah, he was our leadoff hitter, and I think he already had 3 stolen bases. I mean, he was starting to have a good year, and we lost him for the year. He's back, and then got a kid coming in that could really run, Mel Rubiera. He was committed to FIU and decided. During the summer, he wanted to come.
You're doing a really good job, Coach.
Finally,
I mean, you really are, man.
I'm telling you, it's taken a long time.
Kudos to you to be able to go out and get some of these out-of-state kids. It's got to be a big ask, right? No on-site dorms and no, that far from home.
Right.
It's not a D1, deal. But sounds like you're really going out and getting some good players. Looking at them, they look.
My favorite part about this year is the local kids we were able to keep here, and it's been.
And that's a big deal, too.
Getting here the week before opening day when I did, then COVID and all that. It's been a long time to get to where we are right now to build a team that, I said coming in, this is what we're going to do. And it's, local kids around, they may not know the story, the hand we were dealt with all the COVID rosters. So, looking at stats, it may not be appealing, but I think that we're finally able to bring them in and share our vision with them, and we were able to keep quite a bit of them here.
Well, how long have you been here?
This will be my 4th year.
Okay.
I thought it was 3rd for some reason. And you know what? And I've told kids, whether they're athletes or not, but especially now that Calhoun's got sports back, what a better way, especially if you don't know what you want to do, education-wise, if you don't have a major in design.
Can we get you basics?
Come to Calhoun,
even start,
man, and y'all got wonderful coaches here, regardless of what sport it might be, and facilities are wonderful, and the education part of it's wonderful.
Yeah, and you come to a basketball game. I mean, we have a legit college atmosphere out here every night.
Yep. I watched them, and you can watch them on, go on the internet and watch them. I did that a few times last year, and
you can watch them,
a big deal.
and you can watch them free.
Free.
I don't know if they're doing that this
year.
Yeah, they are.
I asked Coach Byrd.
Yep.
And
wow.
our president actually, he came. We had a meeting, and he came in and said he wanted to do free admission to all events again.
That's amazing.
Because we're fortunate to have the population we do on campus to where we can, provide that.
Yeah.
Do
y'all have free. Because time of day and all, but do y'all have students that'll stop by and watch the games?
Oh yeah, quite a bit. And we're I don't want to give out too many secrets, but we're getting a lot of renovations in here, and Dr. Hodges, obviously, he's been a blessing for us down here in athletics, and one of his big things is he loves baseball, he loves softball. He's not able to get down there because we don't have lights.
Right.
But he's planning on changing that this fall.
I was trying to say, y'all had one that got called because of darkness.
We've had 3 in the last 2 years.
Okay.
Wow.
I thought I remembered one from this last season.
We had a game. We set a lot of records last year in one game. We scored 22 unanswered runs against Bevel last year.
Wow.
And that game took, I think it was like 4 hours and 40 minutes. We had 23 hits. And we finished that game, and it was already getting dark before the second game.
So I'm assuming they don't have the mercy rule in
I was going to say.
Well, they do, but it's after 5 innings.
Right.
This was about the second inning that we started.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, if I'm Bevel's head coach, I might just be like waving that flag, man. Going,
let's just go ahead and get that started. I was just enjoying that.
I'm sure. I mean, that's one of those things that's like, wow, we might score 40 here before it's all said and done.
I think it was, we had, of course, pitching. We had a position player that I don't think he's pitching. He was an 8th grader, but we had all them injuries with a small number, and I threw him on the mound and let him go, and had some walks, couple hits in there, and I think we got down like 12-0. It eventually was like 15-1 in the second, and then there we went, scored 22 straight.
That's amazing, dude.
But what was the final?
23-15.
23-15. Wow.
Yeah, I imagine that did take 4+ hours.
Yeah, so that second game didn't get finished.
Yeah.
Wow.
Barely got started.
I bet. Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us, man. We wish you the best. And, hey, if you're a potential baseball player, come on out here to Family Fun Day. Come talk to
Coach.
Talk to Coach Gaskill and see what you got going on. See if you can make the grade.
Oh, there you
Swing a big stick.
There you go.
That's right.
Throw strikes.
That's right. And throw strikes. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talking to WKAC, the Big 1080.
Raise your hand if you could use a gig this school year. With fiber fast internet from ATC, your kids can learn from the kitchen table, study with friends online, research homework fast, check grades in a matter of seconds, video chat with their teachers, and so much more. Make sure your kids are ready to go back to school. Don't miss out. Call 800-830-9946 to switch or upgrade today for only $89.90 a month. Introductory pricing for new fiber customers only. ATC is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
Takes the snap. He's going to roll out to the far side. He's going to throw it off his back foot deep. He's got a man. Touchdown! James Clemens!
Be listening for James Clemens High School football this coming season as the Jets take on the best in Class 7A competition. You can hear every featured game streamed live online at pasnetwork.net, on your Amazon Echo device, or on your Play Action Sports app, and later on demand. You can also hear the replays Sunday afternoons on WKAC Radio. Join us for exciting coverage of James Clemens Jets football this coming season from Play Action Sports.
Hi, this is Clint Woodson, head football coach at East Limestone, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
special good.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Tom McClung here, Old Tom Cat, alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin. And like we mentioned, this is the special guest segment brought to you by Yellowhammer Roofing. And we've got our very special guest, Coach Candace Byrd-Vinson, joining us, the women's basketball coach here at Calhoun. Former legend. Still legend. Former player, still legend of the Tanner Rattlers. Just right down the road. Coach, I keep going back to that. Every time you're on the show, that's got to be so cool that you're able to coach, less than 10 miles away from the high school you played.
Yes, it is. It's cool, being from the community and,
right.
Just knowing everyone around.
And you've been, around, and then to end up back here.
Yes.
And this isn't going to be her final stop by stretch. It's just not. She's too good, Calhoun's supposed to have her.
Yeah.
They really are. That's just the truth, Coach. And, we're lucky to have you as long as we got you. And, I'm not asking you to speculate, but
stop.
I'm just saying it. We won't know her 10 years from now being here. So
are you kidding me? One of these days she'll be leading some team to a college national championship,
South Carolina's next head coach,
and they'll be like flying us up to do interviews.
That's right. Yeah. That sounds good.
Put us in the box.
You don't forget where you come from.
That's right.
So you talk about a legend. She was coach of the year.
Yeah, that's what I'm
last
saying.
year
Here.
So
13-6 conference, is that about
that is
right?
correct?
7-12 overall,
mm-hmm.
and just great season and big wins. Did they fulfill your expectations overall?
They exceeded my expectations. Yeah, by just being the the inaugural year.
Yeah.
And inaugural season. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't have thought it. I wouldn't have thought you'd had a winning season.
Mm-hmm.
Why should you?
Right.
Inaugural season, putting everything together. But yeah, and y'all were good.
Well, thank you. Our expectations were just to compete,
Yeah.
But I do have that winning mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So even though I come out to compete, I expect to win.
Yeah.
But and that's just the mindset that the ladies that I want them to take on. Anytime you step on the court, you want to compete, but no, we want to win.
Yeah,
we're not going to settle, but we're just
Yeah.
going to win. So
yeah, it's one of those deals where you could be playing the number one team in the nation, get beat by a last second shot. And you should feel good about it. You competed against the number one team in the nation and got beat on the last second shot, but you still lost.
Mm-hmm.
And that should hurt. And,
yeah.
And so, but you're right. So you're teaching them exactly.
Yeah. Just that winning mindset. Even when you step on the court, wherever, if you're stepping out in the classroom, wherever,
mm-hmm.
you should have that mindset. I'm going to win, whether it's, because I'm getting better every day. So,
That's right.
When you come out onto the court or the field or wherever in the work world, you should be better than how you came and how you arrived.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're teaching, like as coaches do, life lessons and life skills. And
mm-hmm.
like you said, outside of off the court, it's what you do in the classroom. It's what you do in the community, how you help your family, your friends. And they're really,
I believe you had tryouts last year a couple of times.
We did.
How many of those girls did you find? I think I asked you this last time we interviewed you, but how many of those girls were actually major contributors that you just had that you got from the tryout? Maybe somebody else overlooked or something. And
it was 12.
12
out of my 15.
Really?
Wow.
I didn't.
From open tryouts?
From open tryouts. It was 12.
That shows you how much talent's out there.
Yes,
that is correct.
Exactly right.
And then the three that did not try out, I knew them, previously and prior to coming in. So the others were all from tryouts.
That is amazing.
That's good.
And that's even better because, not better per se, but having that many, what an opportunity to mold them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to get them to buy in maybe a little quicker to what you were wanting to do.
How many did you graduate? How many you bringing back? How many are recruits for their first year coming in?
Okay, so one graduated.
One?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
one graduated. She was a sophomore.
Okay.
Academically, and so she just decided, after this, she said, hey, I'm just going to go in and move on because, she said, I want to go ahead and.
Could she had?
She could. She could have had another year. But she that's what she said. Hey, I've been in it for a while. I just want to go ahead and go into my major, and start school. But the others, everybody, they were freshmen. I had a team full of freshmen, and I had one sophomore.
So, man, so you didn't have to do a whole lot of recruiting with everybody coming back, or did you? I mean,
well,
did you know everyone was coming back?
No.
Okay.
Well, I did. There were some that weren't renewed.
Okay.
I have one that decided to go on to the Army.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
good for her.
good for her.
Thank you for your service.
Yes, she decided she's going
That's
on
huge.
to the yes. She said, Coach, I just think this is better for she didn't think that she would move on after this, but she said she just thought that'd be best for herself and for her family.
Yep.
So I told her, best wishes, anything that I can do to assist you. I'm always here. I'm always coach. And I congratulated her because that's a big, that's huge decision.
I was fixing to say,
get
her out of
age and myself. Oh, I'm staying and playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even
get her out of college, get her into OCS, and then she can make some money, make a good career.
But she'll get to the Army and say, this is nothing
compared to what
that's true too. That's being through your practices.
That's what she said.
They're going to be mad at her. Like, why aren't you over here with your hands on your knees puking? And they're like, well, because I played for Coach Keli.
That's right. I played for Coach Vinson.
But the others, I didn't. They were not renewed, but I did. They had other avenues where they went. Best wishes to them.
You found that to be tough when you have to have those conversations?
That was my first time. So yes, it was a difficult conversation.
Bless your heart. I think about coaches in those situations sometimes. Stephen, you've been doing it for 20 years. First year,
yeah.
Ooh,
Tough. I mean, it was a couple, some sleepless nights, about how they would receive it,
Well, I mean, it's their life.
Right.
I mean, you're affecting it in a whether, hopefully a positive way.
Right.
But
so
at
what
the time,
we did was, at that time
negative.
when it's happening, it's kind of hard to process. You're 18 and the coach telling you you're not coming back, but we did have, those conversations as a team, them
and they all knew it up front.
And the ones who know.
Right. They do.
Oh, they do. That's true.
But
you're
still.
Right. Until you hear it, though.
Yeah. You're exactly right. But I did renew 7.
Okay.
Kennedy Hawkins, she will be returning from Florence. Kennedy, the 2 twin sisters, the Rogers twins, they'll be returning. Muscle Shoals, Micaiah Horrison from Muscle Shoals, and just the other ones that were local, they are returning. And I did bring in some transfers that wanted to come in. They
saw what y'all did and were excited about it and said, I'm going to be part of it.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. I mean, for those who may not call a game, or it's a big deal to me. I mean,
I had dates written on each game, and I never was able to make one.
It's okay.
Life happens.
It does.
It'll be written down again this year, and we'll try to do it again.
And we spoke in the last segment with Coach Gaskill, doing everything's gonna be free again this year. So
it's gonna be free.
I really kind of figured that would just be inaugural out of first year, try to bring people in, and then y'all would start charging. Obviously, y'all saw a positive side to that.
It was very positive.
So that's amazing to see this quality of sports, especially basketball, and we'll just be able to walk in the door and go get you a good seat, get some popcorn and a drink. That is unbelievable. So
and we've had a lot of people that reach out from the community. Hey, what can we do to participate in maybe in the halftime shows and things like that? So it's just about that community, outreach part of it.
Yeah.
So today is Family Fun Day. What do and I should have asked each coach up to this point. Do y'all expect to meet prospective athletes today on the Family Fun Day, or is it just a family fun day to come out and hit the jumpy houses?
Well, I know that I have had prospective athletes that have reached out and say, hey, Coach, can we come? Can I bring my family? Of course you can. And then the some that I am recruiting, I have reached out to them just to show them that this is our first one. So but we're expecting it to be a great turnout. But it's just about family. Again, the community, the Calhoun family, just bridging and bringing us together.
Well, and this is a chance to get those 12 and 14-year-olds out there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Get that mind rolling a little bit. Like, hey, this would be pretty cool.
Right.
Here's Here's something we don't need to forget is because this area in the state is the fastest growing area.
Yes, it is.
In the state. Limestone County is the fastest growing county in the state, and more are coming.
Yeah,
so,
that's exciting.
Kudos to the powers that are preparing this college for future expansion and growth, and and every commissioner's got to deal with it, roads and streets and housing and everything else. So, yes.
Yeah. Schools are bursting out of their classrooms. But the one thing with that expansion, it seems to me, and Coach, you know because you're in the trenches, are you really finding where we're getting athletes coming in from all these other states? Because, man, it's sure just – I'm not saying it myself, but
well, this is going to be a generational thing.
You can just shake your head yes or no. You don't have to verbalize it if you don't want to, and I won't share with everybody.
Hey, we want the best. That's all I want to say. We want the best to walk through the doors.
Whatever's here.
Whatever's here.
There will be a young couple that moves in that don't have children that will plant roots, and next thing you know, 10 years, 12 years down the road, that'll be what we that'll be the one we see.
Yeah.
Well, by then she'll be in the Final Four wherever university. And,
that sounds good.
Because honestly, if you're an entrenched athlete in another high school in another area, it's going to be very difficult to move those. So I think what you're talking about we'll see in another generation.
I've got a stupid question I've got to ask, and forgive me for my ignorance. The prep school, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they play
Tennessee Valley.
Tennessee Valley Prep.
Did
they play
in this gymnasium?
In this gym?
They don't. I mean, they have played some games versus our men's team.
I've seen them play.
But no, they don't. They're not located in practice.
Okay.
No.
Man, I don't know why I kept on thinking that, and I thought I've got to ask one of these coaches about that. And
No. Now Coach Powell has scheduled and has played
and I saw
some
they played
scrimmage
last
games.
Year,
But no, they don't play here.
Okay.
They don't practice here or anything like that.
And I have no idea why I thought it. So.
I mean, Muriel Parker is over there, and I think she's kind of in with the Calhoun. I mean, aren't they still in the building there?
Over there in Madison, the Madison
Tennessee
campus,
Valley
just off 565.
I'm not familiar with
that. That's what we done. We done a show over there. One time.
I was with that part of it, but no, there wasn't. To my knowledge.
Okay.
To my knowledge, no, I don't.
I just wonder if that was the only connection that they were maybe had something located there in the.
I don't know. But I know here and at the Huntsville campus, no one's from Tennessee Valley's practicing or anything.
Okay.
But I don't know how they, got in.
Speaking of practicing, when do you start practicing?
We will start back up Monday. Conditioning because we gave them. They came in on Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, one of those days. They came in, and all the athletes came in. We did our physicals and all that stuff during, and books and classes and showing them around.
Athletes come in just a little faster than the students.
Yeah, so we wanted to get all that out the way. Well, I did.
Oh, yeah.
And then on Monday, it wouldn't be any distractions.
Right. Yep, everybody knows where they got to be.
Find out who pukes on the floor.
Because we played this summer. We played this summer. We did a competition play date, as they called it, a junior college play date in Hoover. Nice. And we competed and played over there. We finished 2-2. We played against Coastal South. We played against Enterprise, Pearl River, and
big schools.
Pearl River, Mississippi.
Full
games, yeah. And we came out, and we beat in Bishop. Okay. So
2-2's not bad coming out of that group.
No, it's not. And we, what I did was I allowed everyone to play. Yeah.
You got to see what you got.
I got to see what we have. Yeah. And just see who kind of plays with who.
Yeah. That's cool. Be able to mix match, see who.
And watch, and early on, watch that, that body language on the bench when they're not getting in, when they think they ought to get in. That's something. A mental note. We need to work on that.
That's a great observation because that matters.
It
does matter because. In a game type situation, you can't have that. If they're over there kind of
that's a distraction.
That's a distraction. And then all of a sudden you got to have that person to come in the game. They mentally may not be prepared to come in that game because they're all soured up.
Right. So they can stay soured on the bench.
If you need an assistant basketball coach, I think this guy right here is a good volunteer basketball coach.
No, it's just because I was the one soured up at the end of the bench. That's why I know that.
It's because you ticked off at Drake, wasn't it?
But that's exactly what we did, and so we were able to not only see how and what we need to work on. Of course, we didn't put everything out there, but we also saw all the other teams too.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
You're talking about people coming in the game. Was it Motlow last year that had such a short roster? And
the coach, he was just hired. He had been, that may have been like his 3rd week there. He told us.
He walked into it, didn't he?
Yes, and so they finished the game with 4 players.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
And y'all didn't even play them your second game, did you?
We did not because at that time I had COVID.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I had COVID.
I didn't know.
And Motlow, I mean, not taking anything. Motlow is in South Tennessee, a bed of girl talent basketball from Lincoln County and Richland on top of that.
Yep.
Not to mention
Hazel Green.
Hazel Green right over there. So you would think that Motlow would never run out of players like that, but
I don't know. I really felt sorry for him. He came in and ate with us, because that was our first game, so we had prepared food. I really felt bad for him. He said, "Coach, I just, got here like 3 weeks
that's
ago."
just where you're just overwhelmed, like, oh my God.
And we beat them, but we didn't. It wasn't like we're trying to beat them down.
Right.
It was a high score.
I think they had a girl foul out.
Yeah.
I mean, they only had 6 players anyway. Had a girl foul out, and then one girl got hurt.
Yep.
So
That was
where.
There you go.
Well, years ago, East Limestone and Athens were playing, and East Limestone ended up, the game finally got called.
Yeah.
Everybody had fouled out except 2 girls, and then finally another girl. They were playing 5-on-2.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd never seen that before in my life, before or after. And then finally the other East Limestone girl fouled out, and, you can't play with one because you got to have somebody to throw the ball into, so that ended the game.
Ball game.
And it was a beatdown.
Hit one of the opponents and jump in and get it.
That's it.
That'd have been another way. But we're looking forward to another exciting year for y'all. I mean, it sounds like it's going to be very promising. So
Did you ever name the mascot? Did you ever get the mascot?
We do have a mascot. I don't know if I'm at liberty to tell the name yet.
Oh, okay. So it hasn't been broadcast?
I don't think so.
So y'all aren't going to have the mascot running around on Fun Day, Family Fun Day?
He will be here.
Oh, okay. It's going to be
it's a
bell.
he. Okay.
He will, she will be here.
Okay, then.
They will be here.
Okay.
But I don't know if they've publicly announced the name, but we do know the name.
Okay. Cool.
Well, we'll wait and hear it along with everybody.
We're not going to push you for any inside scoop.
News courier, eat your heart out. We beat y'all to the punch.
Yeah, we're just trying to, like the other schools, they have the mascot. So, it's taken us a while. We know everything's not going to happen overnight.
Well, no. I mean, y'all are building all this up from new.
Yeah, we have renovations around inside the gym. Also, new locker rooms.
Yeah, heard y'all got new locker rooms and air conditioning.
Air conditioning, yeah.
So, novel idea.
And I mean,
21st century.
And I've said this on here before. And last year, I mean, is there another gymnasium comparable to y'all's in the conference that that thing is beautiful.
It is.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm not saying everybody's got dumps. I know they don't. I'm just saying, this is like.
They're nice, but ours is the best.
Yeah, of course.
It is nice.
Yeah, they're nice.
All right. Coach, thank you so much for joining us
y'all.
again. We always love having you on the show. You are our favorite, if not one of the top 2. That's for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talking to WKAC, the Big 1080.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed and insured. Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
When you're looking for something special for your next next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands? Kona Ice of Decatur and Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur and Athens. 256-566-5298. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clement Sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Hey guys, this is Max Howell. You listen to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Such a wonderful day here. We're live at Calhoun, Keli Gymnasium. In support of Family Fun Day, starts at 1, goes through 5, food trucks, coaches. I thought I saw an inflatable jumpy house out there. Is one of them coming up, Coach?
These kids going to have a ball.
They're going to have a ball. And it's going to be hot. They just sweat and stink.
Coach Flex's heart's already been wide open.
I know, right?
Hey, it's
they
good
got you working, brother.
It's good for me and it's good for them. Hey, we might as well get used to it.
It's the truth. It's coming. Bart Stephenson, head softball coach here at Calhoun. Bud, welcome back.
Thank y'all for having me.
No, thank you for joining us, man.
Time. I know you're busy this morning and you got things going on. So
we appreciate y'all being at Calhoun today.
Dude, this is like the one day we'll be in our recliners, retired, and we'll say, you know, you'll say I was coaching there, and we'll say we were there with the media because this huge conglomeration, it could be a 4-year university, national championships right and left. Who knows what?
Who knows
what it'll turn into?
I always say we were there, but we're glad to be able to support you and to be able to be put in this position. So. What's happening, Coach? I mean, everybody, you know, Coach Freeman's running by. Everybody's got a purpose going on. What's going on today?
Summer went by quick. We spent a lot of time on the road recruiting, and actually fall camp starts Monday. Kids came in, the freshmen came in last week for an orientation. We had a team meeting, tried to get them all here and under one roof finally so they can meet each other. But we're excited. It's going to be an interesting fall for us. We've got a full schedule. We're playing, seems like every Saturday from middle of September to October.
Wow.
So it's time to go now.
Yeah, it is.
Our falls is kind of like a lot of you know, maybe the springs for a lot of people. We play so many games, so many dates. So, but it's going to be good for us. We use it as our working season and just try to rebound a little bit.
So are y'all able to? When are y'all able to start? If not already able to start practices, like on practices?
We'll start Monday.
Okay.
Pitchers and catchers come in Monday, then team practice starts Tuesday.
Okay.
Actually, we're having a Meet the Warhawks. I'm going to throw that out there for our softball team, September the 9th.
Okay.
And we'll introduce everybody and have a scrimmage, and then the next weekend we're at UT Southern. We'll be going to Florida. We'll be in Coastal North, Monroeville, UNA, Cleveland, Lee University, Cleveland, Tennessee. I mean, we're
wide open.
Wow, you're headed up to Lee. All right.
Yeah, it's pretty country.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Pretty country.
I always drive through there, Cleveland, because I'm headed between Chattanooga and Knoxville, so I'm headed on my way to Knoxville. I'm saying, one of these days I'd like to stay there in Cleveland.
It's a pretty campus, and actually every spring we go up and play Roan in Cleveland, so I had it worked out with this coach up there that we could play them D2 schools, so it's going to be a good experience.
It will be a good experience. Sure will.
Roan County Community College. That's
way up there.
It's up there. I actually worked up there in I want to call it Rock Ridge. It's not Rock Ridge. That's what's that movie about Sheriff Bart with Rock Ridge? It's Rockwood is one of the close cities by there. So
it's I really love that trip. I don't know. It's just I'm a country boy raised in Bankhead. You know, anytime I can get in the woods and play ball, I feel like I'm at home.
You're at home.
That's the truth.
So 21 and 30 last year. I think
is that 11, what it was?
That's what I looked up.
Is that what it was?
11
That's
and
funny.
21 in the conference.
Yeah, we.
But tell me, not bad.
Yeah, well, we finished under 500. First year we didn't make it. Since I've been here, and I tell the girls that's back, it's unacceptable. And a lot of those games, we don't make excuses, but we're close. We were one hit away from being third in the I say one hit, probably 10 hits away during the season, probably going fourth, third in conference.
Yeah, boy,
that's how close
that's
it is.
crushing, looking back,
And once you go back and review all your game logs and things like that, and you say, well, we were close, but
right there.
We just got to have those kids to come in and we had girls in scoring position a lot. We just couldn't get them.
That's aggravating when you can't, when you got girls on second and third, and
we had that
you can't get them in there.
But the girls did outstanding. I thought they finished well, and this year is we have 17 freshmen coming in, and they're young and scared to death, but they're
that's a big change.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
well, speaking of players, looks like you got one sitting here beside you.
This is Keli Madden. She's from Tennessee. She's our catcher.
Oh, okay.
And she actually is our defensive player of the year last year, and
right here.
had a great year.
I love catching too, man.
You got to be tough.
I got to do
you
that.
You got to be toughest nut on the team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you do that one year on the high school team there, Todd?
Yeah, Coach Black figured out that probably wasn't my position after about a year. But so does Coach let you call your own pitches?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? Okay. I've always, and I love watching softball. Well, I mean, and what happens in baseball, even at the major league level now, but how, not difficult, but if you as a catcher, not as a coach per se, but so you have to look over to him or somebody else, get the signal, then relay the signal to the pitcher. To me, that would be aggravating. I don't know. It's just something you're probably used to at this point, I guess, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. It just, Coach, is there certain teams or certain batters on a team that you would prefer to rather call the pitches to, or do you just let Keli just kind of go with times?
She's got she played a lot last year in every game and in a doubleheader every day, I should say.
Wow.
So she's got the experience. But with the way we play conferences, we might play a team on Thursday and turn right around and play on Saturday. So we don't really have that much time to review film and all that. We try to do that as a coaching staff, but she's knowledgeable enough that she's going to be able to do that some. Now, I'm going to add in there, catchers just talking about being tough and gritty and all that. She's that kid. She rides the rodeo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so
what do you do?
Barrel racer or?
Yeah, I do barrels and I did poles, but they don't do that much more.
They don't do poles much, okay.
And she rode a bull. Let's put
Holy smoke. You are tough. I'm not going to mess with you. That's for sure. I'd hate to be the young lady running third coming in for the ball from the outfield, because I imagine they're going to be out.
But she did call me and send a picture.
Bull wasn't Fu Manchu, was it? Was that Tim McGraw song? 4.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu or something like that?
But up here, in college, you have 10 seconds. The pitcher catches the ball.
Right.
She's got to throw it. So it's the transition from the
and that's what I was going to get at
with
with the pitch clock, and I didn't realize it was 10. I thought it was like 20 or something.
Well, and they don't really enforce it a lot, but that would help us out, I think, as a coaching staff if our catchers could sit back there and call the game. Then if they needed us, they could look over there, kind of like we did in baseball.
Yeah.
So.
And then a bunch of times, like if I seen something maybe he didn't see, like I would just relay like a different call to him, so that way we can
awesome.
Write that down.
Because your view is totally different than what he's getting from the dugout. So you're his eyes on those batters. So that's a great point. Absolutely.
So are you one of those trash talking catchers?
Yeah, I like those.
What?
I mean, I'll take up for my team if somebody does something like that, because why act like that? You know what I mean?
Because
like,
it's cool. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Keli, you and me need to talk off air. When them girls come up to bat, they need to know what they're fixing to be in for.
And plus, I'm not worried about I try not
Coach
to be.
may not like it, but I'll be like, the last time you was up here, you whiffed, didn't you, chick? Yeah, okay. Well, you're going to whiff again.
And plus, there's so much going on. I don't really have time to do nothing like that.
Between getting the signals to the pictures and everything
Well, she rides a bull, though, too, and she can back it up.
Well, that's
exactly. Bull, nothing. I mean,
so, you're different. Well, you
tough.
you can back it up physically. I can only back it up verbally. If they'd ever called me out on it, I'd have been tough. So
I think the worst thing that's ever happened was we were playing Itawamba, and there was two girls. They swung all the way around and hit me in the back with their bats. And I'm sitting there trying to keep myself under control, and here comes Coach Stephenson out. I'm like, leave me alone. He made me come over there. I was so scared.
That's just one of those things where it's like, oh.
Girl walks up to the place. She goes, "Did you take a bath this week?" Get her.
Or you can say worse. Say, no, you ain't got to poop in your britches. She's not throwing that fast. She ain't throwing that fast. You can say those things. Go ahead.
Yeah, we can't say that on the radio, but
we just did.
I said poo-poo.
Okay, sorry.
I'm giving her bad ideas.
Climb back up. Climb back up. Yeah, where
do you hit on the order?
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Because, you go through slumps and stuff like that. Sometimes you're just going through other things in life.
Well, especially if you're catching double headers. I imagine that second game, especially after, being wore out, is, the bat speed's not quite as there, I wouldn't think.
I'll take me an energy drink, a couple BC powders, and I'm good to go.
You're ready to roll.
She comes back strong.
That's probably the best advice an athlete could get is a BC powder. It helps on everything.
You found you one here, Coach. You really found,
Yes.
I hope you're rubbing off on all your other teammates. That's awesome.
Now, if you need some sodium and you not quite so sure with the caffeine in the BC powder, Alka-Seltzer Plus works just fine too.
He don't like us eating between games, but I definitely go get me a hot dog or two or a hamburger.
I like you eating. They just stay gone
about
too
a hot
long.
dog. Yeah, I'll stay gone too long.
I think that's
so. What are you excited about this year's team coming back?
Oh my gosh, there's so much. I was thinking about that on the way here.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about just coming back together. Hopefully, our team's gonna have like a better bond together and just play as one. And then I'm really hoping so last year our biggest problem was we'd get comfortable when we'd get up, and so we just kind of ease up. A little bit,
and it's human nature sometimes.
So I'm hoping this year, even if we're up by 20, there's no point in easing down.
Nope.
There's
Keep
a run
your foot
rule
on
for
their
a
throat.
reason.
That's right. Keep your foot on their throat.
Keep going, and then that way you can get more reps in and everything else. You're not going to waste your time.
Yeah, that's great. That's the way to think. Absolutely, that's a great mentality to have because you see it so many times, even on a professional level. The teams get a big lead.
And once
or
you
whatever.
get so used to getting comfortable, that's how you're going to start every game, and that's
and that's how you start losing. Yeah,
you got to start it out like hey, they're first, we're last. You got to work. You're working for something to get somewhere.
Perfect way.
What's the fastest pitcher you got?
This year we got it's going to be right at 60.
That's pretty smoking.
We'll get a clock on them week after next.
Because 60's around about 90 in Major League, right?
Say 80, 85.
From the length of the mound.
And
reaction-wise, right?
Yeah.
70's around 90.
But the thing is, if you can throw it 60 and you can't throw it 52 also, if you don't have a change-up, they're going to hit you.
They're going to catch up to you, especially in college.
And that movement helps too.
Movement, the spin rate. But I think we're going to work on that. Actually, hire 2 pitching coaches.
Oh. So 2 pitching coaches.
I've always been amazed at the amount of movement that y'all can put on a ball, throwing it underhand like that. It just, overhand, it just seems like it would be more, easier way to adjust your arm and your hand to put that spin on it. But, oh, my goodness, you watch college softball and the change-up, like you said, Coach, is, man, if you've got a pitcher that's got a change-up, like you said.
It's hard. I don't know how
them girls get way out in front.
It's because they're right on top of them, like you said.
Some of them tall girls, that long step, you're already, 20 foot from the plate when they get off the rubber.
Yeah.
And then you got girls with multiple different change-ups. They got, flip change, knuckle changes.
That's crazy.
Right.
Circle.
Do you have any? Is there any particular pitches that you struggle with, like a knuckle, because sometimes that's not nobody's really sure what that's going to do. Until
I was wondering,
it starts.
Can you throw a knuckleball in
girls' hands are so small.
And the softball is larger.
They let their fingernails grow out, but sometimes you might see a knuckle change and it might slow down some,
drop a little bit,
or the spin, but it's hard. Even throwing it overhand a knuckleball with a softball is hard.
It is. I got girl hands. I can't do it.
Well, it's time to go, ladies and gentlemen. Take a quick break. Thank you so much, Coach Stephenson and Keli Madden, for joining us here in the softball segment here in our special own location at Keli Gymnasium at Calhoun College. It's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand. First to help with community events and fundraisers. First to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations. First to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events. And most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together. That's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
This is head football coach Jonathan Snyder of Ardmore High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, Old Tom Cat, alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We've got the men's basketball coach, Derrick Powell, joining us. You said you was sore. What you sore for, Coach? Did you have an auto accident or something, or just
5K run?
Oh, you did it?
You did it.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
This morning.
Setting that example.
You run with those kids this morning.
This morning.
What do you want to do that for, man?
I have no idea.
But I'm proud of you. I had all kind of mad respect for you.
I would have woke up, told him I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I can't be doing it today. Sorry, fellas.
Nah, man, I got up, and the funny thing is, I went over to the team apartment to get the guys up to run with me.
Yeah.
And I got over there, and one of my former players that stayed there last year was there. Grant Dye.
Yeah.
And he was in there. He was like, Coach, and he was so happy to see me. He's going to University of Women's in Mississippi, UWM or something like that.
I haven't heard of that.
And he'll be playing basketball there. And he got up and ran with me.
Oh, good. Wow. So you got a former player to come, but
I
you
had
couldn't get
a former player. I got some of my current players.
Okay, well, good,
Yeah.
good. I was just going to ask. Well, I want to know if any of the guys joined you, because that was sure to make them look bad. Coach got out there.
Yeah, they joined me. They beat me, too.
Well, that's all right. Hey, they ran it, you know. There we go.
How old are you now, Coach?
39.
39. That's And I'm
gonna
guess
up there
you ain't
for
been
running like that.
And I'm gonna guess you ain't been training to run this either.
No.
So okay.
Last time
kudos for finishing.
Yeah.
So last time I ran, I do like a mile and a half when I work out. So last time I did a 5K was when me and my wife did a mud run.
Oh, that'd be
5K mud run. We were young then though. We was like 32.
Yeah.
And man, we did that like we was in the lake in Wetumpka. Like it was.
I bet that was brutal.
Oh man, it was fun though.
What month was it? of the year?
It was fall.
Oh, it's fall. Okay.
At least it wasn't like August or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, out there in mud, the skeeters and everything else.
Well, you know what, though? That's the way to do it. Show them guys, them young guys, hey, you can still go.
It can be done.
Yeah.
It can be done.
So
It
in
should be
here,
done.
I'm good to go. Like if I get in here, 2 or 3 games, maybe a day, I'm good. I'm back in it. I can go.
Get your legs under you. Yeah.
But that 5K, that 3 miles plus is tough.
Oh, you think you're sore now? 2 days from now, them legs gonna be hollering.
I can't bush hog 20 acres of field on my tractor and get up the next morning easy. Yeah, but I'll be 58 here next month.
Man,
so
you look good, man.
I don't feel it.
You looking good.
Well, coming off season that you might not have won it, but what, about 12 and 18, something
12
like that?
and 18.
I can't remember what it was in the conference. Do you? By chance?
We ended 6th in the conference.
Yeah, you came close to making the tournament.
Yeah, we had it was a funky situation that happened. Shelton, they had a Shelton and Gaston. And Gaston ended up having to forfeit all of their games.
Oh.
They didn't turn the guy in until after they played us. We were tied.
What?
So once they turned them in, it was like it put Shelton right above us. And Gaston went down to last, but we still had
wasn't enough.
No, we had to win out.
Wow.
Speaking of that, was it an illegal player or something, or
academics? It was a transfer. That Shelton didn't give they didn't have a tracking form for the kid or something like that.
So it's just a clerical error?
Yeah, no, it's a tracking or transfer waiver. You have to have 3 forms to.
Yeah. But I mean, other than just them not filling out the form, kind of legit.
Well, you gotta fill out. Like in order for me to play a kid, I gotta have all 3 of those forms.
Okay.
Like
they just didn't do it.
Well, I don't know I don't know everything, the ins and outs of it, but I just know that he didn't have a form.
Wow.
But that was a situation that I learned from, and I'm not even a part of that program.
Yeah, exactly.
And the crazy thing is, I had a kid like that this summer that's transferred to me from Pearl River, and we had to go. We was going to work out 2 days a week. And he didn't have his transfer waiver, so I was
couldn't
like,
even
no,
do that.
No,
I don't blame you. Until all that's all dotted and crossed and all.
I learned from that.
Well, I want to ask you about this particular game that I happened to see on the schedule last year. I may be the rightness a little at Lawson State. I mean, y'all averaged probably around 80 points a game, right? Somewhere around in there.
Yes.
What in the world happened with a 58-57 loss, and it was in overtime?
They had 2 7-footers.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, okay.
They had
I guess.
They weren't. They was about 6'9", and one was 6'10".
Yeah, well, might as well be 7
close.
foot when you're playing junior college ball.
So
were they athletic?
They were. Yeah, they were. Yeah. They were massive.
Wow.
And they also had a wing that was like 6'9", 6'8".
Oh my gosh! Yeah, by far the biggest team y'all played then.
No, it was the biggest team in the conference, but that was pretty much what they had. So, and man, when I tell you, you couldn't get nothing in the paint.
Yeah,
we couldn't get nothing inside.
Oh, sure.
And that was
and they were probably slowing it down a bit to get it inside the paint.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they ran something I called a triangle post.
Yep.
They had 2 guys on the block and 1 at the elbow.
Yeah.
And all 3 were bigs.
Oh, wow.
So
that's hard to defend when you ain't got the heights, man.
Yeah, so they had 2 guards and like 3 bigs in certain sets, and it hurt us. It hurt us bad. But we shot the worst we've ever shot.
I was gonna say y'all
3.
couldn't have done from the outside. Y'all obviously weren't very successful.
Yeah, we shot the worst
night.
we've ever shot from 3.
And it was pretty much all y'all were giving, with them being that big inside. Yeah, I was just curious about it when I saw that score because y'all been, like I said, y'all scored 100 points, at least 1, if not 2 games.
And let me tell you a little bit more about that game. So that game went into overtime. We hit a buzzer beater when we got the ball going up the right side of the court, and we shot the shot. Our guy was pushed into the scoreboard. The scoreboard went out. The lights on the scoreboard went out, including the box, the scoring table. Everything went out. And
was this the shooter or just a guy running down the side?
No. My guy was going. He got the ball. My point guard. He was going up the sideline to take a shot.
Gotcha.
And he was nudged. He hit the scoring table. Scoring table went out. Scoreboard went out on both ends. No scoreboard to end the game. No shot clock.
I was gonna say you couldn't tell.
No, nothing. So
no foul.
We did get the foul.
Okay.
So we did get the foul. We went to the free throw line, and we ended up tying the game to go into overtime.
Was it a 1-and-1 or 2-shot?
It was a 2-shot.
Okay. But that two would have probably, or that 3 would have probably won the game.
Right. We could have won the game.
Gotcha.
And but this was the thing. Never seen it in my life. They were counting like this.
No way.
Yeah.
The whole overtime?
So no. I'm sorry.
Up to...
That free throw put us up 1.
Okay.
It put us up 1. So now it was 28 seconds. 31 seconds on the scoring. It was when the thing went out.
Yeah.
They put. It was 30 something.
So
I don't know what it was.
Did you agree with the time
I
at the
agreed
time?
with it because they gave them the opportunity. They had to go within the shot clock.
Right.
But there wasn't a shot clock.
Yep.
And there wasn't a timer.
Yep.
And
so they're just hand counting.
They were hand counting. and I look back at that, man. I know for sure, man, that was 50 seconds, man.
Yeah. But you can't. I mean, there ain't no way. And you're trying to watch for a foul and a walk and a travel.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Somebody had a digital watch in that on that staff.
So right quick, what you got coming this year?
Player wise,
yeah.
Personnel. We're returning 6 guys.
Okay. Nice.
We're returning 6 guys. We're actually bringing in 4 transfers that are sophomores, and one's coming from where he played at North Carolina A&T, and we have another one that played at University of Western Montana.
Montana.
Yes,
that's a ride.
Yeah,
that's a 30-hour boogie.
I'm sure.
Yes, it is.
Hey, one quick question too before we go. Do you ever, for those who may not know, you coach J.D. Davidson in school. Do you stay in contact with J.D.?
Yeah, me and his family are still
awesome.
close.
I saw. So, from what I understand, has he signed with Boston? Do you know that?
He did.
That's what I thought.
He has another two-way
two-way
deal.
Contract. Okay.
So.
Well, good. That's
but
awesome.
so we're bringing in some guys that are definitely that are right now are buying into the Warhawk way.
That's great.
And ultimately, that's all I want.
Yeah.
I lost a few guys this summer, but man, it's God's plan, man.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it.
And a lot of times too, man, and I mean, I don't know if you'd agree, but you may have, man, these top really great athletes, but if they're not buying into the Warhawk way, sometimes it's better to have that lesser maybe talent that will, because that's what makes it all work, right?
Man, you know what? After I lost that one kid, I had a kid that was from he transferred in from Garden City, but he graduated from Winfield. He was the #1 guard in Alabama. And man, when I lost that kid, man, I kind of realized that, you know what, you can't be a program around one kid.
Yeah.
You gotta have
that
multiple kids that are willing to play together. And when they do that, look at how we started off the season. We were bonded.
Yeah.
And that's how we won.
Yeah.
So.
Are you spreading that NIL money around equally?
We don't have.
Hard to compete with that, ain't it, Coach?
Yeah, man. We don't have long.
It's funny. Like she's waving, pointing at the clock, and he's got his headphones on. So
man, listen.
My bad.
No, that's fine with me. I just wish I could have a recliner right now.
Coach, take you some Motrin and chill out and enjoy this long day of
man, it's
fun
gonna
day.
Be beautiful.
It is
beautiful. And if you're out there and you want to come in and be a part of this program, a part of today, we'll be here till 5 o'clock. So come out and have some fun with us.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank y'all for doing it.
Thanks for joining us, Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC.
Raise your hand if you could use a gig this school year. With fiber fast internet from ATC, your kids can learn from the kitchen table, study with friends online, research homework fast, check grades in a matter of seconds, video chat with their teachers, and so much more. Make sure your kids are ready to go back to school. Don't miss out. Call 800-830-9946 to switch or upgrade today for only $89.90 a month. Introductory pricing for new fiber customers only. ATC is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. While others have come and gone, the Lion's Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lion's Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lion's Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lion's Den Gym, 256-652-2627.
Hi, this is Chris Good, formerly of Alabama Crimson Tide and Indianapolis Colts, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Final set of coaches here for Calhoun to end the day. Sorry, Dougie Fresh, my friend Doug Ezel, fishing coach out here, he didn't make the cut. So
yeah, he didn't make the cut.
I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him tomorrow morning and say you have to raise your game a little bit, brother, to make the show. I'm just playing. Coach Jaimee Freeman and also Coach Jaylen Freeman here for the Calhoun volleyball. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sisters, would you say you're the dynamic duo or something?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we're the dynamic duo for sure.
Now, we tried to get you on at mud volleyball. You reminded me of that.
Yes, sir.
But you were muddy, and you were all over the place.
Yes. Real muddy.
But here, nobody's muddy. Everybody's happy. It's cool. There's no, there's an air conditioner for now.
Yeah, not muddy, a little sweaty.
Y'all fixing to be sweaty.
Yeah.
Sweatier. Yeah. Y'all been working hard all morning.
Yes,
so.
we've been rocking.
I know. Yeah, for those that are listening, I'm telling y'all, these coaches and staff's done a lot of work. So y'all come out and enjoy all the labor that they've had to do this morning.
Got here first thing, and Coach Freeman's going this way. She's going this way. She's going this way. They're going all the way across, way down yonder, and coming. And then we got to move our vehicles because food trucks are coming. So
that's important. No, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm sure I'll be partaking in that. So, if I got it right, 7-17 last year.
Yes,
that
sir.
About right?
Yes, sir. We were 7-17.
Yep. How many girls y'all got coming back?
We have 6 or 7 coming back, and then all the rest of them are new.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We have 2 transfers, and then the rest are freshmen that I recruited.
Wow.
So.
Okay.
Yes.
On the recruiting side of it, do you go out venture out very far? Do you try to stay as local as you can? Or?
Well, I try to do a little bit of both because there's talent all over. So I have 2 from Hoover that are coming who will be a force for us, and then I have 1 from Montgomery Catholic. She was the 4A MVP.
Wow,
player.
That's a good get there.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank
That's
you.
a big deal.
So I'm super excited about that. So
yeah. Do y'all have a hard time convincing maybe not the athletes as much as the parents, not having, because I've talked to some of the coaches about this, not having on-site dorms? Just like, in parents' minds, like, well, I don't know. If I'm a parent, I would think they'd be more secure on campus. They're not, per se. I mean, kids are going to be kids regardless of where they're staying. But, I mean, does that ever present an issue
Yes,
with y'all?
it does present an issue. That's why we tend to get more local players because then they can just stay at home. Yeah. But I feel like if we had dorms, we definitely could get some players from all over, out of state, maybe from out of the country or something like that.
I was here, I told some other coaches I played tennis in '84. We had 2 from Australia, Michigan. I mean, we had them from all over. I mean, they weren't.
One of these days off air, I'm gonna get stories from you from these cabanas.
Yeah, our cabanas were right here. So I said, golf and tennis was here, basketball, and baseball and softball was on the other end.
I remember people talking about that now. Yeah. Dr. Hodges, our president, there's been word of he's working on dorms.
That's
but
good.
And it should be, because that would help y'all out so much,
it will.
just from the recruiting aspect of it. So, We'll talk about as far as starters. How many starters do you have returning out of that bunch?
Let's see. Probably one or two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
everybody's going to have to earn a spot.
Right, everybody's got to earn a spot, and I tell them all the time, nothing's guaranteed. So just because you're a freshman doesn't mean you'll start. Just because you're a sophomore doesn't mean you're going to start. So every practice is very competitive. They've got to compete, and our lineups could change from game to game. We have a lot of talented players.
Yeah.
So
is it hard with volleyball? Because to me, it seems it would, having that many athletes on the floor at the same time, getting the right mix. Because y'all are rotating in and out anyway,
right?
And you want the girls to be able to gel regardless of who you're subbing for. I mean, how long does it take y'all to figure out who works well together on the court?
We've been practicing since June, so we have a good take on who plays well together. But I feel like for the most part, no matter what lineup we throw out there, I feel like everybody is capable of having a role and playing their part. Okay. So if I sub number 17 off the bench or whatever the case may be, she would fit right in. So there's no, our depth. We have a lot of depth this year.
How many total do you have?
We have 17.
Is it 17? Okay.
17 on the
That's
roster.
nice.
I have one who tore ACL, this past spring in a spring play date, but she was my starting libero last year. Libero. She plays defense only, like in the back row.
Okay.
The back row.
Yes. Mm-hmm. This is what Coach Jay specialized in. So she, she's
Know
been working my
something about
defense.
that.
Yeah. What
swag?
Oh, look at that!
You'll be glad Bama Zach's not here.
He likes y'all better than us. I want to get a cap.
Yeah, nice. Well, thanks, Coach. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Coach. Nice.
Well, to me, college, in particular, women's volleyball is one of the most exciting sports there is. I'm telling you, I can't tell you the countless times that on Sundays, once Division I girls get going, I'll flip over to the ACC network, see Bama or somebody's playing or wherever, and I'll end up going, oh my God, I watched this for an hour and a half, and I'm not even watching NFL football.
Right.
I mean, it just I like watching the women's because the men's. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. After they serve the rallies, I guess for lack of a better word. They don't last very long. They're pretty short, right? It's a serve, a spot, and a spike, and that's pretty much it. But y'all seem like y'all have so much more strategy and stuff behind it, and y'all's rallies can go on, and it's just I don't know. I just think it's one of the most exciting sports series to watch.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't know. What do you got on that, Coach Jay?
I mean, we just had it's such a competitive sport, and these girls, they go after it. So I think as far as men, women, we just I don't know, we have to be more placers than just a bump set spike. So I think when that comes into play, we've got a lot of people that'll pick up balls that are more placed and stuff like that. So I think that kind of keeps the rally going a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it seems like just watching because I watched a lot of D1 men's and women's. The girls seem like they're better at digging. I don't know.
You're right. That's what I was.
And
the first thing I saw Coach Jaylen, I'm like, she's a digger. Ain't no doubt. She slides and pops them.
I don't know. And and especially maybe you're digging for a ball and it pops up and it's going plumb out of bounds. And man, to see them girls, they'll just
run three
to knock it back in.
3 rows into the crowd, and knock it back.
But
and that's what you'll see with our teams too. I feel like we'll be very successful against teams that we play because we every practice we're 110%. No ball touches the floor without us going after getting 2 or 3 touches on it.
That's cool.
So that's what we try to build. You know.
Yeah. And that's how you learn too. Just to keep the ball in play and keep that rally going. How many? So does every team in the conference, or does every school in the conference have a team in volleyball?
No, I know so. Shelton State doesn't have a volleyball team, and I think it was Northwest Shoals. They're supposed to be getting a volleyball team, but I don't think they'll be competing. Yes, so no, so not every junior college in the state has a volleyball team.
Okay, I didn't assume they probably would just from finances and everything else.
Yeah.
So, you obviously, I say obviously, I don't know, but you compete with volleyball and basketball. You got a girl that's tall and she's good at basketball. She's good at volleyball. Do you ever have to, convince her, okay, well, they're talking basketball, but we'd love to have you playing volleyball over here?
Well, we're kind of in that situation right now. There's a possible recruit we're going after. She plays both. And we are both willing to work with each other to bring this particular player on. So it just depends. I had one last year who did both, and she moved on to she's playing at Oakwood now.
Okay. So there's an opportunity to do both?
Yeah, there's definitely an opportunity to play both.
Oh, that's good.
And Coach Byrd and I work really well together to make that happen. So
nice. And that'll be a huge benefit to get her in the school. Absolutely.
Yep.
Sorry, I know we're running out of time, but I would love to hear the conversations because back in our day, James, Clements, and Tanner were huge rivals.
Yes.
And now y'all have the Clements connection and Coach Byrd with the Tanner connection. I mean, that's I know y'all don't talk about it, I'm sure, but still.
Yeah,
I mean, we would. Todd and I would. I mean, he's from East Limestone, I'm from Tanner, so that's we still joke about it.
We've been in conversations about the rival back in the day, and so my dad still talks about that football
Who's your daddy?
rivalry. James Freeman. He played at Clements High School.
Oh, yeah, I know your daddy.
So.
Yeah. James and I were in the 3rd grade. I've got a picture.
I played ball games.
Oh, wow.
And your daddy was a really good athlete.
Oh, was he? That's what he says, but
he's telling you the truth. He's telling you the truth.
Yeah. All right. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us. I would say we saved the best for last.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. So, I think, oh my gosh, one coach brings swag, and here it comes.
Y'all making us look bad.
This is a 2X, ain't it, bro? Because I'm fat. I'll take what I can get.
Now the volleyball coaches are on the clock.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm teasing, girl.
No, you're fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a great day, and it's just getting started. Come out here to Calhoun Community College at the Keli Gymnasium, the Family Fun Day right out here on the lawn. You'll see everything. The chairs are set up. If you're just driving by and you look over and say, I wonder what that is, I'm curious. Turn around and come back.
Heck yeah.
And,
everything's free. We'll have vendors, of course, but yeah. I'd love to see y'all.
All right. And I appreciate the hard work because I've seen you this morning. You're running like crazy.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Todd the Bod Tomlin and producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, my name's Tom McClung. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We ain't got to go home, but we got to get ourselves up out of here. We'll see you next Saturday.
You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk live on location. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Join us next Saturday at 10 a.m. on 1080 WKAC. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.